Hi everyone and welcome to another video on this channel. Today we again reacting to some techno reels. So let's just dive straight into it. The first one is from Sven Väth, the Urgestein, the OG of German techno from Frankfurt. Let's see.
Ibiza was never about VIPs. I love this hippie feeling here. No barriers between rich and middle class, low class. And I don't like to see that VIPs now starting with their own opinions about the DJs they're listening and saying this DJ is not good. Next time we want to come and please change the music. And I paid thousands of euros for the table. And Ibiza was never about.
Okay, I didn't even know that Ibiza is not about the VIPs. For me, VIP Ibiza always was like kind of VIP thing, and I didn't know that they even had like some underground stuff. For me, Ibiza is the same as Mykonos or I don't know Santorini maybe. I don't know, like this like rich people party miles, the Mallorca of the privileged, basically. So it's really interesting that Ibiza used to be like what, like kind of undergroundish with no VIPs, and now it's only VIPs. This is like the bright future of electronic music or techno scene in major cities. Let's say Berlin. Be crazy. VIP culture style whenever techno and house DJ ask more money than commercial DJs. I don't accept offers under 16. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. If you get like more money and more booked, and you get outside of the shitholes you're playing, basically, that is like where VIPs are creating. Because if you investing a lot of money, you need to attract like a lot of money, basically, you know. So you need the audience, and people who have a lot of money, they want always like status, you know, because that's basically how our society is trimmed in a way, you know, the whole capitalism, you know, you're only worth as much as you have, basically. So maybe it's a natural capitalist move, you know. The demand rises for you, you're getting more popular, and then you demand more. And if you demand more money, the people who are booking you are also need to finance that. And if they have to finance it, they need to switch the audience. Maybe the OG audience loses itself, you know, or getting like washed out, filtered out. A whole gentrification kind of process of techno. It's interesting, interesting. Okay, let's see what the next says.
Did festivals ruin techno?
This is already perfect thematic bridge to what Sven Väth said.
Admit it. Today's techno scene has forgotten what real techno is all about. I've been in this scene long enough to see how much it changed. 4-hour sets used to be the standard. Now you're lucky if a DJ gets 90 minutes. Can we even call it DJing if you're up there?
Yeah, that's kind of true. Not really sure if we completely forgot what techno is about, but at some point we really like take it maybe too far. Two perspective you can see it. Yeah, you can see it as a purist perspective, as he said. We don't know what techno is about, but there's like basically still places that do 4-hour sets. Like I don't know, Bergheim at least is a place where the DJs play at least 4 hours and open end sets. So yeah. But on the other hand, there is like stuff like Her or Boiler Room where the DJs play only 1 hour, and that's like for content. And the Boiler Room ecosystem is more like a pop-up party, I guess. There's like 3, 4 DJs playing at a party, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, and that's the whole content piece. And maybe loses like the techno vibe and the emotion, basically the same what Sven Väth said basically with Ibiza, I think. You know, it's getting the more VIP status. You are invited to this exclusive event, basically. And yeah, so that's really loses its feeling. But on the other hand, it's promoting the culture, and there are still like places where DJs play 4 hours. It didn't wipe out. I don't think like that's like everybody forgot about it. But I think somehow he had to grab attention with this reel.
There for 1 hour rinsing out bangers. It's no wonder young people think DJing is just about playing hits. And
Yeah, this is like with the popularization of hard techno. There's like only bangers, drops, bangers, drops, bangers, drops, bangers, and stuff. Yeah, it's. I think that's just like the most popularized subgenre of techno, and he's like stating on that. That's like dominant on festivals. We've been to Extrema last year, and this was basically the most packed stage, the hard techno stage. And there was even two hard techno stages there, you know, from 10. So 20% of this festival was hard techno, basically, which is a lot. And they had like the most crowd, maybe 50% of the people there, basically, was on hard techno. But they had actually most of the fun there, I would say. That's really interesting because I don't like hard techno, but like being there and feeling the energy was still energizing you, and you had the tribal effect. But musically, I still don't really like it, but I can kind of understand, you know. But it's still like get really tiring when you hear bangers after bangers.
Let's be honest, major festivals are part of the problem. They've helped turn DJ sets into short, hit-heavy performances.
Just what I said, yeah.
Cramming in as many headliners
And he has Boiler Room, he mentioned, yeah, that's true.
as possible to sell more tickets. Look at any big festival lineup. Someone's playing for 3 hours. It's labeled as an extended set. My brother in Christ, this used to be the bare minimum, and now even the clubs are copying this formula.
I don't know if I don't see clubs copying this formula. Well, I'm talking from Berlin perspective. I don't know.
We've traded legit storytelling for instant gratification. Great set isn't about dropping hit after hit. Take the people on the journey.
Yeah, he's right. Take this on the journey, but like I don't know. Major festival it's like the same what Sven Väth said. It's the VIPization of things. You know, you demand more. You have to bring better audience, better audience, or audience at more worth. You know, and it's kind of like filters down to 1 hour set that you can optimize it, like the output on the internet. When money gets involved, the purity dissolves. You know.
Create soundscapes. Show people something new. Rent over. What do you think? Are you really happy paying big money for a festival to see your favorite DJ?
I don't know. I'm not going. I don't like. Still don't like festivals. I like clubs, more intimate, you know. But I can understand the festival vibe because festivals maybe a bit more about some different things. You know, for me, techno is born in a club, in a dirty, dusty ass motherfucking warehouse hall, somewhere in Detroit or Chicago or wherever. You know, and that's the vibe. And the festival is more like tents and camping and friendship and nature and playing music there. You know, there's like this whole Goa movement. Yeah, sure, whatever. But for me, like when it comes to techno, this is like more like a club music genre in my eyes.
Play a short ass set? Or would you rather rave to longer, more immersive sets with well curated lineups?
Yeah, well curated lineups ist A und O. Next one!
Was ist da eigentlich in der Techno-Szene los? Ihr habt es bestimmt auch mitbekommen. Ich meine, es ist nicht zu übersehen. Innerhalb der Szene wird sich...
Okay, so we theme-wise, we on one line today. It's about purism. Okay.
Ja, würde ich sagen, es werden Grenzen aufgebaut. Aber warum das Ganze? Denn eigentlich ist Techno doch genau das nicht. Jeder ist willkommen im Techno. Daraus ist eigentlich Techno entstanden. Egal wie alt du bist, woher du kommst, was auch immer.
That's true. That's the initial thoughts, like the core idea of Love Parade and Rave the Planet, and that still is in a way. I think they're still like portraying it, but like the Berghainification, you know, or the impact of Berghain of exclusivity, kind of, I don't know, contradicted a bit in my eyes, you know, because it makes it like somehow more worth to listen to techno than others, you know. Even though I understand that the filter process has to be, because like some people are, you know, maybe dangerous at parties for some minorities or whatever. Some not minorities, but some what's the English term? I forgot it. From marginalized groups, we say, right? There's this fine line, and I'm still didn't decide what side I'm on, to be honest, you know, because I feel the purism. Let's see what she says.
Aber die Diskussion wird immer größer, was denn überhaupt richtiger Techno ist und wer ihn spielen darf. Einige nennen das Purismus.
I don't know if there is like a discussion about who is allowed to play techno. Just people that are not DJs in my eyes. Like I can drop names like Stella Bossi. She's not the DJ, you know. She's a performer and she has nothing to do with techno, you know, in my eyes. She's just like a TikToker that monetizes her TikToks through being a DJ.
Oder auch Gatekeeping. Aber worum geht
Is it gatekeeping if I say that Stella Bossi is like shit? Because she's doing her thing. Where's the gatekeep? She's like feeding her audience. She's getting booked, and where's the gatekeeping? That she can't play Berghain. Yeah, for sure she can't play Berghain because she doesn't keep up the level. Yeah, maybe there's the gatekeep.
Für die Puristen geht es ganz klar um den Schutz der Kultur Techno. Sie sagen, Techno muss raw bleiben, unkommerziell, unangepasst. Sie wollen halt keine Chart-Tracks im Club haben, so wie ihr es vielleicht in den letzten Wochen und Monaten
But you still hear the chart tracks, kinda, in the clubs. Like, still remixes of old stuff in also, like, anywhere.
mitbekommen hat, dass man halt Hip-Hop zum Beispiel mit Techno-Beats mixt. Denn in letzter Zeit entstehen davon sehr, sehr viele.
Yeah, because we have a new, fresh flow of people there, and if techno is a real culture, then it will stay as it is. And if it's not a real culture, this we can decide, then it will get adapted into the mainstream. Maybe it will just merge into one beautiful thing or not, But at the end, techno is about rebellion, and maybe it's a contradiction, the rebelliousness and the going mainstream. But what can you do about it if it's going mainstream? Because a lot of people like that you can be in free in spaces, like in safe spaces, and do whatever you want and whatever you want to. And this is like getting popular because it's cool. It's objectively, in my eyes, it's cool. And if a lot of people like it, and a lot of people like mainstream music, because otherwise it wouldn't be mainstream, and they bring it there, like, it's an actually organic evolvement, basically, But it loses the OG thing. But you still can get the OG thing. If you're really interested in the OG techno thing, you still can find it.
Auch ganz wichtig, keine aufwendigen LED-Shows oder Pyrotechnik. Erst recht keine.
So for me, like, the coolest club, they have a good light show. A good light technician is worth gold. It's like enhances the trip, the dance floor a lot. Maybe not like the mainstream, like the Arme, About Us or Tales of Us shit, like with the Vegas Spiral or Sphere shit. But like a good light show is crazy, the ones they do in K41 or in Berghain and in clubs. This is magic.
Mainstream-DJs, die halt jetzt Techno-Lieder spielen. Und diese geben sich dann meistens als Techno-Artist aus. Und ehrlich, ich kann es zu 1000% verstehen. Denn
I don't know who goes out there and goes to the internet and says, I'm a techno DJ. Did you ever heard somebody saying that? I doubt this kind of statement. Nobody says of him, I'm a techno DJ. They say I'm a DJ. And DJ now is like a wide span of genres. So.
Techno war halt schon immer eine Subkultur, also ein sicherer Raum, wo sich jeder einfach frei fühlen konnte, egal ob auf der Tanzfläche oder zu Hause. Aber wenn diese Haltung dazu führt, dass wir halt Menschen ausgrenzen, dann verlieren wir eigentlich das, was Techno ausmacht. Nämlich eine Community. Und naja, ohne Sounds und Einflüsse, wo wären wir dann? Also wir hätten kein Dub-Techno, wir hätten keinen Acid. Deswegen ist doch der Fortschritt auch wichtig.
If it wasn't techno, we didn't have acid.
Innovation entsteht doch nur dann, wenn man mutig genug ist, diese Grenzen zu verschieben und nicht, was gerade passiert, Grenzen zu verstärken. Und damit frage ich mich...
Yeah, I really don't like the gatekeeping and, the gatekeeping and exclusion, I don't really like. But I can understand that this is necessary at some point, at some places,
Haben wir Angst, dass Techno seine Seele verliert? Vielleicht sollten wir uns weniger fragen, was echter Techno ist, sondern vielleicht irgendwie eher fragen sowas wie können wir die Kultur für die Zukunft bewahren? Für alle, für die Community und nicht nur für Einzelne. Das heißt auch...
Yeah, she said it beautifully. Yeah, maybe we just need to firstly define what is techno, like what are the principles. Basically what I wanted to do with this YouTube channel here, like to define what is the techno culture.
Auch, dass wir die anderen mitnehmen, aufklären, mit ihnen reden und einfach der Austausch stattfindet und nicht das Beschimpfen gegenseitig.
Yeah, that's so true, You need to get this keep the safe space safe, but if like a homophobe right wing or like a Nazi, loves techno and he comes like to your thing and likes the vibe, you kind of need to maybe talk with him and maybe, as you said, educate him like into maybe, to soften the borders. Because if we keep people like this out, they will like create like a parallel movement which will gravitate also a lot of people like them, like minded, and then gonna incest themselves with each other and radicalize, the same as like for the techno scene, you know. And then you get like this black and whitish shit, you know, where there's like a clear separation between this whole camps, you know. And if you mix it, you can like get like more self-reflection into it, and you know, maybe change opinions, you know. Maybe just somebody will come and say, man, I didn't thought the people are so cool here and whatever, so open-hearted, you know. Because if you like see like the door policy of back and you think like that's like so tough in there, you know, and like you're getting rejected and blah blah, but inside it's pretty cute and everybody's like, hey, blah blah blah. Yeah, there needs to be some compromise or some middle way to approach this stuff, you know, to keep the culture open with its own principles, basically our own religion, I don't know. And if you're willing to join it, and if not, not. And that's not really has to do something with the music genre itself, but the culture.
Am Ende finde ich, meine Meinung ist Techno nicht nur das, was du hörst, sondern auch das, was du fühlst und was du mit Techno verbindest. Lasst uns doch irgendwie dafür sorgen, dass dieses Gefühl, was jeder bei Techno hat, bewahrt bleibt und nicht, dass die Diskussionen und die Grenzen größer werden. Kleine Info, das hier sind meine Gedanken, die ich aufgeschrieben habe. Deswegen fühlt euch nicht angegriffen oder so. Was denkst du, Purismus, Fluch oder Segen? Schreibt es doch mal in die Kommentare, ich bin sehr gespannt.
So yeah, shoutouts to Where to Dance. I really feel this video. So yeah, write it down in the comments as well. Maybe visit her page, share some love from Techno Team. So yeah, so please share your thoughts under the comments. And this was the reaction for today. So if you liked it, like it, share, comment please. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.